Welcome to Conversations with Coffee, where Kent and Liz offer stories, info, and tips about how to have a great Comic-Con. So grab a drink and listen in on our conversation.
All right. Hey, I'm Kent, and
I'm
this
Liz.
is that is right. This is Liz, and we are here to talk to you guys about Comic Cons, really. And our podcast is Conversations with Coffee. So, Liz, cheers. Do you have your tea, or are you drinking coffee today?
Tea.
Oh my goodness! Oh my gosh! Oh
A
my
nice
goodness!
giant cup of tea.
Holy cow! Hold that thing up.
Yep. Right. Okay. This is it. Like next to my head.
That's
And when we
humongous.
talk about gallons of tea, we are not messing around.
No, we're not. Like, that's crazy. Holy cow.
But we love Comic Cons. Absolutely
We do.
love them. We love them so much that we started working for them, with them, and we
How
just
long
can't
ago did you
seem to
just start
stop.
working?
I started working, I think it was 2018. I was
Okay.
volunteering.
Ooh, you're
And
creeping up on almost 10 years.
actually, yes, 8 years, my goodness.
Yeah, 8 years.
And so I
2
was
more. Yeah.
volunteering, and then I started with a con that started to pay. I mean, they pay like minimum wage. It's not much, but it's enough to cover food, maybe hotel. So I considered it worth it for the sheer
You got the win
joy.
for the con.
Yeah. In fact, the one con I started working for described it as drinking the Kool-Aid.
Oh, you
And it's
did. You
true.
did.
I did. I
8
drank the
years later.
Kool-Aid. I'm still going. I'm still volunteering at some shows. I
Nice.
prefer to be paid, but I still
Yeah, and
volunteer just for the
again,
love.
just so the audience knows, not everybody gets to do this. Like, what we do as handlers, it takes a lot of time and practice and volunteering for a lot of shows to get even paid. I always joke about that because people come up to me and they're always like, "Oh my gosh, I want to do what you do," thinking that what I do is a full-time job. Well, first of all, I'm already retired, so I don't have to work. But I love doing Comic Cons and I love doing this. If you make any money on a weekend as a handler, you just had the cherry on the top of the ice cream. Most of the time, you're just breaking even. You know, you might get your hotel taken care of, some food. That's about it. But
You break even? You make something? I have barely broken even once.
there you go. See? So letting the
So
audience know
I
this is
call
not a
it
glorified.
I call it the most expensive hobby in history.
It is a hobby because think about it, you're traveling, which a lot of people can't afford to travel. Those that are in the city still have to travel. They gotta get to the con, they gotta pay for parking, they gotta pay for the tickets to get in. They're there to see, the vendors or the panels or the celebrities, and so that all takes money, and then you gotta eat there, which is overpriced food. So, it is an expensive hobby, but the cool thing about it is you're with your people. You're with people that love Comic Cons and movies and TV shows and all kinds of geeky, nerdy, dorky stuff, which is awesome because I always say nerds rule the world. So when we get together in forces like that, it's just amazing. And just watching the people smile and, people dress up in cosplay. They become a whole different person. I mean, I know
And
you've seen
it's
this where
and it's a
somebody
safe it's a
yeah,
safe place to play.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
a
that's why
safe
they call it
place.
cosplay. It's not just costume.
Yeah.
It's like you can just go for it and be your character and get your picture taken, and
Yeah, and
and
you've seen it
nobody's
before where somebody's shy and quiet and stuff like that, and then they get into, a Daredevil costume or some cosplay costume, and they become that person, and then they're outgoing and people will come up to them and like, "Oh, I wanna get a picture with you," and they're like, "Oh my gosh, people want pictures with me?" And so they love it, and then they buy into it even more. And some of the people have more than one cosplay costume. They'll change 2, 3 times a day out of those costumes, which I love it because, I mean, I've been doing this, longer than you, Liz. And I have seen some really good costumes, like people put a lot of work into, and then I've seen the ones that are just thrown together the night before. But the thing
Do you have
is
a
everybody loves them.
Do you have a favorite? I mean, one that stands out from all the years?
Oh my gosh. You know, I like the ones that are handmade, like, um, that just stand out. Like, okay, this is me geeking. I brought the first Iron Man costume to San Diego Comic-Con. Like,
Hmm.
and this is back in the day, we didn't have Warbler and stuff like that, or the technology we did. This was made out of fiberglass.
Oh,
I'll have to find the
you
pictures
you
and show it to
cosplayed
you.
that? You cosplayed
Yeah,
that?
I cosplayed in a fiberglass mask and suit and everything. A buddy made it. We had to modify it to fit me because I'm 6'3", and my buddy Dave helped me modify it because he's very good at modifying costumes, and he's part of the 501st, just like I am. And this was right when Iron Man started, and there were no costumes. And no joke, I could barely get through the door without getting mobbed of people
I
taking
bet.
pictures for me. So that was a highlight. And we're going to have to invite my buddy Dave on to talk about cosplaying and creating, the costumes and stuff. But that was my highlight. But I love seeing, like, last year at New York Comic Con, Galactus. Was it
What's
debuted at San Diego or no, it was at San Diego.
what is
Gal
sorry, forgive my ignorance.
Galactus, he's in he's part of the Marvel universe, but he's purple and he's giant, he eats planets and stuff like that, but somebody made that costume like 9 or 10 feet tall. The his headpiece moved and stuff, just looked amazing. And it's one of those ones where you see it and then you have to do a double take and you're like, oh my gosh. But I've seen a lot of professional cosplayers, have
I mean,
some
they always look
oh yeah.
fantastic.
I think I literally worked for a Bluetooth tech company, um, and we created trading cards for cosplayers.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a note. I'm saying that, but I'm gonna have to make a note so I can find. I have a whole box of them still because we were giving them away at New York Comic Con, and we still had a lot. But to this day, the cosplayers that we use on the trading cards, there was like 56 trading cards. 6 of them were done by body paint. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Ivy Doom Kitty's one of them. Jesse Neary is in one. There were so many people that did this that contributed to it, and I still have the trading cards. So I'll get the trading cards out. I'm gonna write a note, trading cards, so I don't forget.
Well, one of my favorites was you would never expect it, but it was such a great costume. It was at DragonCon a couple of years ago. And remember, your old granny used to keep her toilet paper in a thing it was like a doll and then a knitted dress that went over the toilet paper.
Oh, you're going old school, Liz. You're old.
Yeah, I mean, okay, then your great granny. But
Okay,
everybody's granny had one of these things.
sure,
The doll with a toilet paper dress,
right.
crocheted or whatever. Somebody dressed up as that. They had like a full round toilet paper crochet cover and they were the doll. It was absolutely amazing.
Now
Again, I
talking
probably
about
got the picture.
yeah, yeah,
But the
and
effort,
that's the effort, and I've literally seen people crochet Pikachu,
oh,
like a
yeah.
full costume of Pikachu crocheted. I'm like, first of all, that takes lots of hours in skill. 2, that thing has got to be super hot
Oh,
because think of a crochet blanket, and now you're putting it on as a costume. Oh, you
yeah.
sweat to death
Well,
and that stuff. And
well,
I know
I
being a
think
stormtrooper for the
oh,
501st, you'll sweat about 10 pounds in that plastic.
we could do a whole episode just on hot at cons.
Yep, yeah,
I mean,
and
can
we're
you
not talking
imagine?
about hot flashes.
Yeah, you can just imagine about the how hot furries get, the guys
Oh, oh
that
my
are in
gosh.
actual like fox costumes
Oh,
with the
yeah, yeah.
fur. I mean, once or twice I've seen them take the headpieces off, and they are just drenched. Those
Oh, yeah.
poor things.
Yeah, it's crazy, but, yeah, there's, I mean, some of the ladies, actually, some of the guys too, they know how to use Warbler, which is, a foam that you can use heat to mold and do stuff. I've seen some video game costumes that, my gosh, look just like the cartoon or the character in the video game. I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
some of these things are amazing, as old and jaded as I am. I took pictures this weekend
Did
of
you?
neat cosplays. There was one which I thought was delightful. One day when I figure out how to share pictures on this, I'll show you. But it was Lord of the Rings, of course. But it was this lady dressed up as the head ring wraith, the Witch King,
Mhm.
and it was bling. There was bling and the helmet and it was like, that is so wild. That's so hilarious. But again, huge effort and it looked marvelous and I couldn't resist getting a picture.
Yeah, I again, some of these cosplayers have been doing this for a while, and they have literally millions of fans follow them. Like Jessica
Yes.
Nigri, she's got like 3 million followers, and
And Freckled
just
Zelda is another one, has so
uh-huh.
many followers. And
Oh yeah,
I'm
there's
amazed. I mean, somehow it's a living for some of these
oh yeah,
guys. Of
no,
course, for
they make
most
money
for
doing
most
this.
cosplayers, it's just a labor of love, but,
Yes.
I mean and real love. I mean, you got people that make wings with a 6-foot wingspan, and you're like, "How
Oh
are
yeah,
you
and
gonna
then
get in a
they actually
taxi?"
fold up. Yeah, they fold up and then they spread out and stuff like
Oh,
that. Yeah, it's
just
crazy.
incredible. You know what, Kent? We should put together a little collage of the best cosplays
Oh
we
yeah,
we
yeah.
photographed and maybe show it on here because
Oh yeah,
I
we
mean, it's a wonder to see some of these things.
yeah, that would be cool. Like, and some of them have been around as long as I have. Like Yaya Han is one of the top costume makers. I mean, she's won awards. She's done costumes for movies. Like some of these cosplayers are taking their knowledge and skills and upping the bar. And actually, a couple other ones I know have created costumes for movies and sold them. So it's crazy.
Yeah, it really is amazing.
Yeah.
In fact, I think we should do a whole thing about cosplays. We just did, but cosplays 501st,
Oh,
which
sure.
again
We'll bring
is
on some guests from the 501st. We'll bring
oh
on some
yeah,
guests from some of the cosplayers and have them on here just talking about why they do it and what's exciting about it and the fun things they see. So, now here's the question: where has been? You probably mentioned it. I would say DragonCon, but where's been the best place that you've seen a costume? Don't think too
well,
hard.
yeah. No, this I would say all the cons have some amazing ones.
Yeah,
I feel like Dragon Con might have been the most concentration, or maybe
yeah.
that's because everything was so crowded, you kind of,
No, in
it was
my many years
concentrated.
of doing this, I would say DragonCon is the cosplay Comic Con of all of them. I mean, I've been to New York, I've been to MegaCon, San
Mhm.
Diego, Salt Lake, all those places, and there's great cosplays. But the one that has the most, I would say, a 60-40 ratio, meaning 60% of the audience dresses up, 40% doesn't,
That
where
much?
the normal Comic-Con is more like 30 dress up, 70% don't. DragonCon is the one, and it's the one where people will work 365 days on their costume to show it off at the masquerade ball
Mm.
and get judged, and there's different levels of the masquerade ball and stuff like that, but yeah, just 3
Well, I was
and I'm
speaking
talking like they're working on that costume 365 days, like, they're working on of the day of the contest still. So, yeah, it's
I was
crazy.
speaking to a lady in a line, in a con, in a city at some point,
Far, far away.
and she had some fantastic costume on. And we were just talking about it, and she said she has a whole bedroom full of cosplays that she wears at different times. I
Wigs
thought,
too.
man, it actually has to have real estate devoted to it because it's uh,
You know
such a
how you
huge
collect
thing.
all that stuff behind you? People collect cosplay costumes like that, so
Yeah.
Real estate. Yeah, I mean,
Oh, I
just
wanted to.
wigs
Oh,
alone. Some people have
oh
like
yeah.
20, 30, 40 wigs just for all their cosplays.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if you're into anime cosplays,
Oh,
you've got all these sharp angles and colors and amazing. Hey,
yeah.
you know what I collect?
What do you collect?
Lanyards.
Oh, holy
This is
cow.
this isn't even all of them. I got these too.
Hold on. I'm gonna make sure that everybody sees this. So I'm going to you go ahead and talk. I wanna make sure that they see
Yeah,
you, not
so
me. Hold
so
on.
these are lanyards. Not all cons hand them out. Quite a few do. You just get them. Sometimes you'll just get the black string ones,
If I
which
ran
is
around my
fine.
desk right now, I probably can go into a box right behind my monitor,
Hmm.
and I could pull out probably a good 80 to 90 lanyards right now.
Yeah, I actually haven't. That's my little collection, but I haven't.
Let me see that
Haven't.
again. I like just hold them up right about there. Oh
There's
my
those, and
goodness,
there's
Liz.
these.
I was wondering what was clinging around. I was like, holy cow.
Oh, is it making noise? Do I need to take them off?
Oh, you're good. You're good. I just heard them. I'm like, she got something like.
But I haven't even added
And
this
those are the
year's
ones that
cons.
have lettering and stuff like that, not just the plain black rope ones that sometimes you
Yeah.
get.
So
Yeah,
this
like
is a
that's
San Diego one.
yep.
Oh, this one I like. This was New Orleans Fan Expo a year or
Oh,
so
okay.
ago.
We could do an episode just on lanyards.
We could.
Actually, what we could do is just start adding the lanyard of the day each week. We
Great
just bring a
idea.
lanyard and show, here's the lanyard I got from the con this week, or here's my favorite lanyard. Like, that would take us like 3 years just to go through all our
It
lanyards.
probably
And then we
would.
get new ones.
And some, of course, are duplicates because, they might use the same style
Oh,
year after
sure.
year.
See, now you got me. Yeah, now see, I'm writing down lanyards just because I got trading cards and I got lanyards. I mean,
But that also brings me to stuff I collect.
what do you
And I
collect?
mean, we're not talking super expensive collectibles. They're just
Oh,
stuff I have accumulated because I like them.
gotcha.
And one of them is this honey, which let's see if it shows up.
Oh, is
A
that Frodo? That's
That is
Frodo.
Frodo, a
Oh my
cardboard
gosh.
cutout of
Is that a
Frodo.
cutout?
It's a cutout, life-size hobbit.
Life-size hobbit. Like, so you have a life-size hobbit next to your desk.
I do. There he is. Love him.
Elijah Woods.
Elijah
guy.
Wood. So last weekend, I was at
Yeah.
Planet Comic Con in Kansas City.
Okay.
Guess who was there?
Let's
Elijah
see.
Wood.
Mark Wahlberg.
So we decided to steal Frodo.
My goodness. Look at, there we go.
Hey,
Oh,
you got it?
Elijah Wood is stealing himself.
Yes.
So Frodo stealing Frodo.
Yes. And
Love
I'm
that.
helping. I was like, I'll never get him and the cardboard cutout in the same place. And it happened, and I was driving. So I
Yeah, I was going to say, did you drive that down to where you were at?
Yeah,
Oh my
Kansas
goodness.
City. So it wasn't a horrible drive, but it
Mhm.
was. I've never had the opportunity to actually take something large like that to a con. And I thought, oh, would that be silly? Would that be dumb? I thought, doesn't matter. I want to do it.
No, I think
And
that,
I was,
mean, you got to, it's something that you wanted to do. You had the opportunity to do it and you wanted to create that moment. There you go.
yeah. And he was actually really tickled by the whole affair.
I bet.
So that
Did he
was
laugh
fun.
about that?
Oh, he did. He did. So
Now,
that was great.
I know you took it with you and put it in the green room because you were working the green room.
I actually didn't
Did he
put
laugh
it
when he
on
saw it?
display. No, I didn't put it on display because didn't feel quite appropriate to have that one fandom thing
Mhm.
represented, but not all of the other millions of fandoms. I would
Right.
have, but I don't have.
Don't want to make the
I-
other people jealous.
Yeah, though it's Elijah Wood and everybody loves him.
He's a great
So
guy.
it probably would have been okay, but I didn't feel like it was appropriate. So I stashed him away in a corner and then used him for the photo op.
Yeah. So speaking of Elijah Woods, we had talked about this, like meeting your heroes. And I know
Yes.
you have a whole topic on that and just meeting the heroes. So go ahead and share about meeting your heroes.
Yeah. So last time we did talk about it a little bit, about what's offered at the table when you approach your celebrity.
Sure.
What we do as handlers is to sell autographs, selfies on your phone. If there are
Combo.
toys or books and combos and all kinds of stuff. So the big thing there, which a lot of people don't realize, is that these things do cost money. We talked about it being the average cost these days would be somewhere around $60, maybe $80, but they range from $40 to $400, $500. So you just never
Depending on
know.
who you're getting an autograph from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had said,
Do your
people like
research.
Tom Hiddleston, people like that, you're going to be paying
Huh.
$300-$400.
Yeah. Well, and again, the Comic-Con that you're going to always has a website. They always have who the list of people are,
Uh-huh.
and a lot of them put the prices on there ahead of time so that you can be prepared for the charge of an autograph or a selfie or a combo and stuff like that. So do your due diligence. Like, just don't show up and go, "Oh, they charge for autographs?" Yes, it's their business. It's the celebrity's business, because when they're not on screen or they're not at the studios, they're not getting paid.
Yeah.
And this is their business. That's how they survive during the slow times when they're not on the TV studios or the movie studios and stuff like that. So they've got bills to pay too. Just they're not all like Tom Cruise or Nicole Kidman or some of these big names that don't.
Yeah.
I mean, their royalties are so big
Voice
that
actors.
yeah,
Voice actors do a job, they're
done.
done, and
Yep.
they're done.
They
It's
get
not
paid
like,
once.
yeah, it's not like they're going to have ongoing income, though they might with royalties or however that works.
It's few and far
But
between, because the people I
yeah,
work with, the voice actors, that they get paid one time, do the job, they're done, and that's it. Like,
yeah.
they just got the notoriety that they did that voice or that character.
And that might lead
That's
to
why these
another job.
Comic Cons, yeah, and might lead to another job. But for them, going to the Comic Cons, that's awesome for them. They love that because, one, they want to meet the fans, but two, they're finally getting recognized for the work they've done, and now they can make that extra income from their voice.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
Speaking
I,
of popularity,
yes.
and I know we kind of talked about heroes, but um, you're good at this one. Lines of the celebrities, like, a voice actor
Yes.
line versus Elijah Wood line. Like, oh,
Yes, I can speak muchly on this.
yes.
I also have done lines for years, and most people are very understanding and very patient, and then sometimes you get angry people. I mean, you're going to get that wherever you go.
Why are they
So,
angry?
because they've been waiting a long time, because the
How long is a
celebrity
long
had
time?
6 hours, uh, maybe. Or, the celebrity went to get lunch and someone's unhappy about that. It's like, well, it's kind of hard work.
Yeah.
Being nice to people, signing, talking,
Well, and again, it's the popularity of the person. Like, I
Yes.
could tell you, there are voice actors that, they don't have long lines. It's just a steady line. So you might wait 5, 10, 15 minutes. But then you have voice actors like Johnny Young Bosch. You're going to wait 2, 3 hours just to get his autograph. And it's just because he's signing as fast as he can, doing the quotes, doing all that stuff. And he's talking while he's doing that, but he's, got to get up, got to do a selfie. And that takes, for every person, you figure that's 2, 3 minutes.
Yeah.
There's only 60 minutes in an hour. So, if you're at the back of the line, you're going to be waiting,
Yes.
just like I was just at a Comic-Con this week. And on Friday, because there were some actors that weren't there on Friday, Christopher Lloyd was there, all right, from Back to the Future, Star Trek, Clue, a whole bunch of other movies he's done.
Roger Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit. See? But his line was so long, they had overflow in 2 other actors' booth because they weren't there. And people were waiting like on a Friday, 3 hours to get an autograph from Christopher Lloyd. And he was a big draw at this Comic-Con I was at in
Yes.
Lexington. So
Yeah.
you will wait. But the thing, everybody, if you start talking and you have a conversation with them, it's going to take time out of everybody else behind you. And I know there are those people. I actually had a lady that was like, I don't care about the people behind me. And I was like, wow, like, just have a little respect because eventually you're going to be behind that same person that's going to say the same thing, and you're going to get pissed off because the person in front of you is like, I don't care about everybody behind me. And I told the lady like that, and she's like, I don't care. And I was like, wow, I hope that cookie gets crumbled a little bit there because you know,
Well, I mean, Lines is like Disneyland. Lines is just part of the experience.
yeah,
Um,
especially if you're
if
wanting to get autographs.
Yes, well, yes, getting into the con itself, then getting autographs. You get people you know, running when they enter to get to an autograph line.
Yeah.
You, there's so It's funny, like you said, there's like voice actors who you wouldn't normally expect because you don't know their face, you know their
Hmm.
voice. But you get voice actors like the guys from Avatar,
Hmm.
Last Airbender, they have huge lines.
Yeah, Greg
And they'll
Baldwin.
be waiting, yeah, 3 or 4 hours.
Yep. Yep.
And you don't expect that. I remember the first time I saw Dante Basco, who plays Zuko on
Uh-huh.
Avatar.
Yep.
I remember the first time I saw that he was at a con, I thought, oh, well, I'll just wander up when I have a minute. No.
Not gonna
No,
happen.
there's a couple of hours right there. But the thing about lines is it's really great if you can just be talking to people around you. You can make friends. Obviously, you have a similar fan taste, you know?
Yeah.
You're in line for Rob Paulson and you can talk about how much you love him in all of his different roles. And it's wonderful. I actually actually got a job from somebody I met in a line when I was
Yeah.
doing line control,
Yeah.
and a job at another con because it was a con owner in the
Oh,
line.
cool.
And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
so I get to chatting, and he says, "I need people like you." I mean, okay,
Yeah,
that's
I
great.
can tell you, I've made friends at Comic Cons, that I've now known over a decade. Like my buddy Adam, met him at San Diego Comic Con. He was standing in front of me. We were in the Hasbro line to get a collectible, and we just started talking. We exchanged numbers. We bumped into each other a couple other times at other lines and stuff like that. And I've known him well over 10 years, and we still help each other with different things, collectibles and things like that. So yeah, when you're in line, take the opportunity to meet the people around you. Doesn't mean you have to like everybody, but at least, hey, where are you from? What brought you to Comic Con? Just ask a couple questions. Why do you like the person that you're standing in line for?
Hmm.
What's your favorite thing that they did? Because if you're standing in line for Christopher Lloyd, I mean, I might be in line for Clue and you might be in line for Back to the Future, but it's the same actor that we're going after. So,
Yeah, uh, it really helps to pass the time as well. If you're having an animated conversation with somebody because you love Lord of the Rings, you can be da 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 da, da, and suddenly an hour has gone by and you've moved forward 20 feet or something.
hmm
As a line control person, I do that too. I ask them, why are you here or what role are you here for? And yes, I love that too. And you just
yeah.
kind of get in conversations. I remember
Well,
I was at DragonCon, I was doing overflow lines for Nathan Fillion and Alan Tudyk.
uh-huh.
And so I wasn't actually in the same room as them, but I had several shoots of lines. And people can kind of meander between lines, and you don't want that. You want them to be keep in their place. So I played with the line. I said, okay, this shoot, you are my fireflies. This shoot, you are my rookies. You are my castles. You are my this, that, and the other. And in fact, oh yeah, one of Alan's lines was called Destiny because he was in that game. And then somebody said, "You are my density." from from Back to the Future. So then that line became the densities. So just silly, and you can make it fun or you can make it miserable. It's really your
Oh,
choice.
yeah. And again, it's just part of the Comic Con, especially when you go to large Comic Cons. Like you said, there's lines to get in and get your badges. There's lines just to stand for the panels. There's lines for the celebrities. Like there's lines just to get food at the food court. So like
Oh,
it's just
ATMs, lines for the
ATMs.
ATMs.
Again, when you go to a Comic-Con, bring cash because cash is king. Not all people can take credit cards. You think that there's 80,000 people at a Comic-Con all using the Wi-Fi? Haha, it bogs it down. So, you know, I always tell people cash is king. One, because you have it. Two, you don't get any surcharges where you would with a credit card and
Yes,
stuff like
yes, you
that.
do.
And three, it just makes it go faster all around, And
And
while you're
also,
in line,
oh,
be
go ahead.
prepared. Prepare yourself. What do you want? Like, kind of get a feel of what picture you want because when you come up to the table and you're standing there like this, I know it's a lot, but know the genre that you want. Do you want a Back to the Future, Star Trek? Like, do you want Lord of the Rings or do you want other things that the celebrity's done? Have that ready. Do you want your name on the autograph? Do you want it personalized to you? Or do you just want their inscription, their signature? Telling us this helps us, but it also makes the process smoother and easier for not only you, but everybody that's in line.
And we usually will write down, if you want a personalization, we will write down the spelling of your name.
Yep.
Because as we all know, you spell all kinds
Elizabeth,
of names,
different
all
way.
kinds.
Or
Yes,
Carrie.
Kent. Kent
No,
has
there's
an
only
X
one
in it.
Kent. No,
No,
there's no
that has
X
an
in a
X. It
Kent.
does have an X. But, sometimes they'll be like Kelly, and it's spelt some what?
Kellie,
Yeah.
Kelly, Kylie.
And don't get me started on Megan
Yeah.
and
Yep, yep,
Kaylee.
yep, yep.
So that, that also helps.
Yeah.
Sometimes people say, no, I don't want my name. And then they change their mind by the time they get to the celebrity. So it just helps mostly.
Yeah.
Also,
Now,
go
go ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead. No, that's
I was
on
going
you.
to say, if you bring something to sign, like a poster or a Funko Pop, it counts as a premium item, so it may be more expensive to get signed. But have it ready. Have the Funko out of its case. Have the poster at least out of its tube and ready to go, so that you don't waste those precious moments trying to fumble with openings and catches and things. Also, as Kent said, cash, cash, cash. In fact, I don't know of any celebrity that does not take cash. I'm pretty sure most of the screen
They
actors
all
I've
take
seen.
cash, but some
Yeah.
of them will take a square or things like that just because they know some people don't have cash.
Well,
But
and
I'm
also
telling you, cash is king because when
use,
you get
yeah,
swiped on that square reader, you're getting charged a fee and it doesn't go to the celebrity. It goes to you. So that $60 autograph now becomes $66. And that adds up. Think about that. If you get 2 autographs, that's $12 extra in fees that you just spent.
but I like to use my card when I can for emergency autograph needs. So that if
Emergency.
emergency, suddenly it's like, oh man, I didn't realize that guy was here and I just spent my last $60 over there. Well, I'd much rather put it on the credit card so that I have an emergency fund.
Sure. But you can also have an emergency fund cash too.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Speaking of meeting your heroes and standing in line and stuff like that, we know that some people feel that if the celebrities don't have a line, it's okay to come up and have a long conversation with a celebrity. Or, oh, well, you've talked to them once and they still don't have a line. So they're going to come up 2, 3 times again to ask 20 more questions. What are your thoughts on that, Liz?
that's tricky. It is tricky because there is a sense of the pleasure of seeing somebody again. So it's almost like you now do have a bit of an acquaintanceship. But on the other hand, maybe they just need a little bit of downtime where they're not talking to anyone, not talking to us. It's like they just might need to check their messages or, they just need a little bit of time alone. So maybe one more return to say goodbye if there's no one there.
Right.
But to come up again and again, I think it can be quite tiring
Sure.
for the celebrity. if you were buying, oh yeah, I need to buy one more autograph, obviously that's going to work for us. but if it's hellos, that can get quite tiring.
And the reason I brought this up is just because I was just at a show and uh there was a gentleman that came up, got an autograph, asked a question, and of course the celebrity didn't have a long line, which is fine. And we always, as handlers, give people the due diligence or the time that they need. And then more people were coming up. So he left and took off. Well, then, an hour later, there was nobody in line. So he came back and he's like, well, I forgot to ask this question. So he started asking a question and then asked the question. The talent answered it. And then he stood there and he was like trying to think of more questions. And then he ran and then he took off. And I was like, okay. And then he came back another 30 minutes later and he's like, I got more questions. And I'm like, okay, just because they're there doesn't mean you need to spend all your time asking them questions. You're here. There are other celebrities that you can go and meet and talk to and stuff like that. Just again, and this is sharing information to the listeners that are listening to us. If we got one person listening.
Yeah, I
But
suppose it's
it
be sensitive.
it's a how would you feel if somebody came up 5 times to your table asking you question after question after question? You would probably not like it, uh, but they smile and they do it anyways. So know your social cues or don't overstay your welcome.
Yeah.
Hey, I loved you. You did this. Hey, what about this? Great. But when you come back 4 or 5 times for the same stuff, oh, I love you. I just wanted to tell you, I saw you had no line. Okay. You don't have to do it 2, 3 times. And again, we're just giving people tips, because again, this might be the first time you've met a celebrity. And we as handlers are very excited for you because we know how that is. But you got to also understand this is not the talent's first time at a Comic-Con. So when they've got repeat people coming back and forth, it kind of makes them raw
Mm.
about it. So, and sometimes have been with talent where like, all right, I'm going to take a break for a couple of months because of stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Again,
Oh,
most celebrities are introverts, not extroverts.
yes.
You got to
They
understand
act a role.
they act a role
Mm.
because they don't like being around people and they can act and do their skill, but they're really introverts. And going to a Comic-Con uses all their energy. At the end of the day, I've literally seen talent like, I'm going to my room, I'm going to get room service to my hotel room. And then people are like, oh, how are you enjoying this city? They haven't left the Comic-Con
Or the
and they
room.
haven't left their room because they are so spent
But
that
you and
they don't
I,
get to.
we go out, we stay up half the night,
Sometimes.
and we're having a great time. But then we're not putting out as much effort.
Oh, but I'm an
to
extrovert. I love meeting the
Yeah.
people that come up to the tables. I love hearing the stories. And then, yeah, I'm going to go explore the city because, I'm there.
Well,
Yeah. Speaking
we
of
did that in
cities,
New
I was in
Orleans.
Lexington. I was in Lexington this weekend and, you collected your you said you got to meet Elijah Woods, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you had the Frodo taking
Yeah.
Frodo, right? Right.
Yeah.
Well,
So I got to speak to him at another time,
well,
not
I got to
during the
hang out
photo
with
op.
some nostalgic guys. I got to hang out like people that have changed the marijuana industry. Have been spokespeople. Like, yeah, man, you know what I mean? Like,
Yes, I do.
yeah, oh yeah.
Very
Check out that
nice. Cheech and Chong.
little Cheech and Chong going on there.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah, I
I
got
mean,
to hang out with those
that's
guys are hilarious. Well,
icons.
I mean, think about it. One is 79 and one is 88.
88?
Yep.
Wow.
79 and 88. So they are, I wouldn't say relics, but they've been around for a long time and have
Yeah.
done so much. And it's funny because when they're in the green room, everybody comes running up to them, all the different talents, because they all know them, because those two guys have helped so many people in the industry, writing songs, doing scripts, getting them into, I mean, Cheech was telling me like he helped two of the actors that were in the green room get roles for these big TV and movie parts.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, it was crazy. I was hearing all kinds of great stories, and I was like, but those
Oh,
two
that's terrific.
together are like brothers, like just picking on each other, like,
Oh, that's great.
yeah, yeah,
Well, that's another thing we have the privilege to see is celebrities interacting and fanboying over each other.
yep,
It's such a pleasure. I mean, I've actually introduced celebrities to each other because they were fans. I
yeah,
love that.
and the
That's
bigger the
wonderful.
name, I mean, I've actually taken big names like Carl Urban and introduced him to, like, Mike Coulter from Luke Cage, like,
Oh, right, right.
yeah, I mean, just introduced, and they're both fans, but they're scared to talk. I'm like, "You guys, you're in the same industry, like, you should just network."
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So there was one other small thing about like being prepared at the table.
Sure.
When you come up there, um, hopefully you have realized what the cost is that you've investigated. It's really nice when you have your cash ready and flat and dry.
Dry? Why would the money be wet?
Sweat, sweat. Yes, I have had damp money given to me, and it is not pleasant. Have you?
Oh, of course, people put them in the weirdest places. Women like to stick some of their money in their bras.
Ew.
Ew, yeah, yep, yep.
So, yes, dry, flat money, much appreciated by handlers. Exact change, very nice, but not necessary. It's just
No, and
it's
that's the thing.
convenient.
People come up all the time and like autograph might be $80 and they give you 100 and like, do you have change? We always have change to make sure that you're paying your $80. Not, I mean, unless you want to give me a $20 tip for standing there dealing with the situation, sure,
I've
I'll take
I've
it.
tried that. I've tried that. It doesn't usually work, Ken.
Never works. I've actually had people feel bad for me and like go and get me a coffee. Or like
Really?
I always say chocolate and licorice are good briberies. And people have brought back chocolate bars for me. Licorice, black, red, I don't care. I'll eat it. Licorice is licorice. So they brought packages of licorice for me. And those are the little things that stand out to, oh, you guys, you just got VIP scoot along kind of thing. Like,
Oh, we should talk about VIP tickets.
oh my goodness. Do we have the time? All right. We got about 15 more minutes.
Okay.
And then
So,
we're going to end this because,
mhm.
our listeners have other things to do except listen to us.
Nuh-uh. No.
Hey, speaking of which, if you are enjoying our conversation or we're giving some good nuggets of information, please follow us on our social media, Conversations with Coffee. We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube channel. So please like us, follow us. We've got tons of information and we are going to start bringing in some guest speakers, whether it's a cosplayer or voice actor or a celebrity. They want to be on our show. I've told them that we're having this podcast and they're like, I want to be on it. So I'm like, yeah, there's more candy in the pot.
But so briefly, with VIP status,
Sure.
you get the tickets are usually what, 3
More.
times the amount of a normal ticket.
Yeah, because
So,
you're getting head of the line cuts for autographs
and that
and
is the big
panels.
thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That is the big thing. You do get a bit of swag, maybe a bag, maybe a t-shirt, 1 or 2 things like that.
Yeah.
But the huge thing is if you want autographs, that fast pass, line jumping, front of line,
Like a fast pass at Disneyland.
yeah, it
You get
is
more
absolutely
rides.
priceless
Yeah, yeah.
because,
Especially if you got to get a lot of autographs at a big show.
yeah, I
Everybody
mean,
I hear, it's worth it.
yeah, I once got one. It was the year Stan Lee was
Ooh.
in Denver,
Oh.
and I forked out the money, and it was just amazing. You don't get in right away. But they'll take something like 3 VIPs for one general admission,
Yep.
sometimes more, sometimes less.
So
But
instead
either
of
way,
2 hours in line, you get 30 minutes in line.
yeah, or less. You know, it might be 3 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's if you really are excited about a person that to meet or the panels, as you said, it is really worth it.
Well, you
It's a
were just at
ton of money.
MegaCon. You were just
Oh
at
yeah,
MegaCon,
yeah.
and all the Lord of the Rings people were there. So if you got a poster and you're gonna get 8 or however many there were, just say 10 people, and you need to get all those autographs on that poster, you're not gonna stand in line for 2, 3 hours for one autograph because
And
think
then
about
go
it,
on to the next one.
you're
Yeah.
only gonna get 2 or 3 autographs a day, and you've gotta get 10. So, is it worth the VIP pass? Yes, because you might only spend 30 minutes to an hour, and then think about it, you can get 8, 9 of those autographs in a day on a 4-day con, and then you get to enjoy doing the panels and all the other stuff the rest of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
Going
gotta get a
shopping.
lot, it's worth it.
Yeah. I don't get to go shopping that much, but there's so much to buy.
You go shopping more than I do.
Yeah, because you get free stuff.
No, I don't. Liz, who just went and got a sword?
Ah, that was a gift.
Okay. So, but who just got a huge Lord of the Rings sword?
I did. Me.
Yep.
But
Uh-huh.
it was a gift from an absolutely amazing gentleman. So that was
Awesome.
just very much loved and appreciated.
Yeah. The bonus.
Because I would have bought it, but then I probably wouldn't have a husband anymore.
Well, and that's part of the Comic Con is going through the vendor hall and seeing all the stuff that people make. I mean, I know I have a group of friends from DragonCon that go to AwesomeCon, and they
Where is
literally go to
AwesomeCon?
AwesomeCon's in Washington D.C.
Ah,
and they will
okay.
go to AwesomeCon because the Turtle Tea booth is there, and they buy all the Turtle Tees T-shirts and they wear them to the Dragon Cons and different Comic Cons and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, there are people that just go to the Comic Con. They're not into the celebrities. They're there for the panels and the swag and the stuff that the vendors have. The posters or whatever it is. I mean, there's one stand that makes mugs with different genre. It could be the Lord of the Rings, it could be anime, Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, but they have all the different coffee mugs of all the stuff that you want. And then you're like, oh my gosh, I've always been looking for that Scream mug or the Terrifier mug. And, man, I work for an agent. She loves Terrifier. So anything Terrifier out in there, we just get.
He's
But
not
yeah,
a
that's the fun
pretty
part.
clown. He's
I don't
scary.
watch horror, so I don't know about it. I just know how scary the Terrifier clown is, and the honking of the horn. Yeah, I've learned as I hear conversations of different parts of the movie, and I'm like, oh, okay,
Did you know that? I mean, he's a lovely man.
David.
I've seen him at a number of cons, but did you
Yep,
know that he does full makeup
all the
for
time,
his professional photo ops?
every
So
photo, sh-
when you get
every
a
photo
photo
shoot.
op with is it David Howard Thornton? That's his
Yep,
name, I think.
yep.
When you get a
Full
photo
makeup.
op with him, it is full on hideous makeup. It is so elaborate. You'd
Yep.
never know, and it's just amazing. I can't imagine a more wonderful photo op if you
There
like
are
horror.
people that literally have to wait 5, 10 minutes standing there in the photo op area because they are so scared of him because of what he
Really?
does in the movies that they are scared to stand next to him in the makeup. And so they have a holding queue at some of the
No
photo shoots.
way.
They have a holding queue in some of the photo shoots because people are so scared of the Terrifier, the clown, that when they see him, they literally lock up and freeze. And so they have a little queue so that people can calm down and relax and then get in the
Oh,
photo
I
shoot.
had no idea.
Oh, yeah, it's a big thing.
That I mean, it's it, it's so
Yes, I
surreal.
know it's a baffling to think about that, but
Yeah.
he does such a good job in makeup. Like, I've literally seen him walk across, the con, um, in front of some of the signing booths just to go to photo ops in costume, and he'll honk his horn, and people scream, like bloody murder because they think he's after them, and all he's doing is walking to his photo shoot, and he'll honk the horn, "Hey-ya!" Like, and they're like, "Oh,
And
oh, yeah."
he's so tall. He really
He's my
stands
height.
out.
He's my height. He's 6'3".
Is he? Okay.
Yeah,
He
I hang out
feels
with him.
taller
I see him quite a bit.
because of your friend. Yes.
Yes, 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 yes. But yeah, it's
Uh,
crazy. It's that, and that's the fun part of going to the Comic Cons is just seeing stuff like that. That's why we do this. We, meaning me and Liz and several of our friends, do this all the time because we enjoy this. This is our expensive hobby. But we also created this podcast because we really want to share the tips and tricks with you so that you get a better feel because there's a lot of people that have never been to a Comic Con and they're like, what do I need to do?
should I dress up?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
each episode that we do, we'll try to keep it at 30 minutes, like this one, we
This one
talk a
was
lot.
double.
Yeah, well, we were just at a show, both at shows, but we want to make sure that you as the listener know, the ins and outs, what helps the celebrity, what helps you, what helps the lines, what helps, the ATMs and stuff like that. It's just we're there to help you. We want to give you tips and tricks to make your con experience better because between Liz and I, we've got 30 years of experience doing this and we know a couple of things that can help you out to have a better experience. So that's why we put this podcast together. Plus, it gives us a chance each week to, reminisce and talk about old stuff or new stuff. And, Liz, where are you going next?
Well, it's a holiday coming up, so nowhere this weekend.
Holiday? What holiday? April Fool's?
Easter. Oh. For us more traditional people, it is Easter.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Oh, there you go.
And then in the middle of April, I've got 2 cons local to me, so I'll be
Okay.
driving
Yeah.
to both of those, volunteering at both of those,
Oh, nice.
because local shows, I like to help out.
Yeah.
And then in May, I don't remember.
Well, May's away. We got more episodes till May. So we're just talking April and stuff like that.
So what
Me,
about you?
I'm actually going on a con cruise this week. I actually leave tomorrow to
Oh,
go to Jacksonville to hop on a cruise and go do that.
do you,
And
can you
then
say
after,
which con it is?
nope.
Okay then.
Yeah. And then next week I will be in San Antonio at a mall. This promoter does mall signings and we just had My Name is Earl there. It's clowns or something like that. But I got 2 of the Scream Queens. I got one from Scream and one from Terrifier that I'll be there. Voight is one of them, and I can't remember the other one. I'll have to think about it. I'll mention it next week before I go. Um, and then I'm doing Southern Texas Comic Con. So I'll be in Texas twice this month.
Wow.
Yeah.
And for you out there, I
Come up
hope
and
you
say
know
hi
there
if you
are.
see us at the booths.
Yes,
I always love
definitely
that when
that.
people say hi and then the celebrities looking at us like, "Do you know everybody?" Yes, we do.
Yes, I get that a lot too.
Hey, who knows? If we have more than one follower or subscriber, that could be pretty funny, like standing in line, like waving at us, and then the celebrity's like, "Why are they waving at you?" Just my podcast. That's all.
Yeah. And then we pull out some 8x10s from our backpack of me and Kent.
I
It's
will
like,
sign
oh,
those for free.
yeah.
I will sign those for free. Nobody wants my autograph, alone a headshot of me. That's all right. But it's fun to connect with people. If you're at a Comic-Con, you see me or Liz, come up and say hi. We
Please do.
love to meet our listeners. We love to meet new people. We're in your cities a lot of time and we don't know where to go. So please give us the tips and tricks of where to go eat, things to do, things to see, help us navigate around the town. That is awesome. Like I was just in, where was we? We were just up in Richmond, and we got to go to the GWAR Bar. The band GWAR, GWAR, GWAR.
It's a
Liz, it's
band.
not in your genre. I know it's not like Eddie Van Halen or somebody like that, but or Frank Sinatra. But GWAR
Hey,
Bar,
hey.
popular band, and so we went and checked that out. That was fun. That was fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're just about to hit 1 hour, so we should
You talk a lot.
probably bid you farewell until next time.
How do you say
Thanks
that?
for
Bid you?
bid you farewell. What can I say? I'm
What can
British.
you say? Yes, you are. British Liz, and that's what she goes by. So if you see her at a Comic-Con, hey, British Liz.
That's me.
Didn't you get a nickname from one of the celebrities, British Liz, or
Yes.
non-British Liz, or
Fake.
were you being a stalker?
No, I probably was, but yes, he decided to make up a bit where I became fake British Liz. How I put
Fake
on the accent, and then he decided I was from Brooklyn, actually. So it just
Brooklyn
became
Liz,
this
huh?
Brooklyn Liz. So it became this thing. Very silly, but
Awesome.
yeah.
Well,
So we
we are
had some fun.
Conversations with Coffee. My name is Kent, and this is Liz. We're super excited to have you here. Thank you for listening to us.
Yes.
Come back for our next episode to learn more tips and tricks. And who knows, we might have some surprises or treats to share with you. I know we are talking about possibly giving away some swag to our listeners.
Yeah, maybe one of these.
Oh, there we go. That's how you can get, that's how you can get rid of those lanyards.
Yay!
Yay! All right, everybody. I hope you have an amazing day. Keep smiling because you never know whose world you're going to change. Go out there, be the rock star that you are. And we will see you next time right here at Conversations with Coffee.
Bye.
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 You've been listening to Conversations with Coffee. Follow us on the socials at Cons with Coffee and tune in next time for more conversations.